All right, so we have our final author up here, and I know we're a little bit past the hour. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We have one more author, and you are not going to want to miss this author and her book, so stick with us here. The book is called, and I love this title, I Love the Church, I Hate the Church. The Female Clergy's Guide to Dismantling the Patriarchy. The Reverend Dr. Sara Shisler Goff. Let's talk about this very cool sounding book. Hi there.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. This has been so much fun.
Yes, it is. So tell us about I Love the Church, I Hate the Church.
Right. So I wrote this book for my fellow clergy women who, like me, have, let's just say, a complicated relationship with the church. I've had the honor and the privilege of working with many of them over the last year as their coach, and I just hear over and over again them saying that they know that they are called to leadership and service in the church, and again they are coming up against discrimination, in some cases abuse, even traumatic experiences at the hands of the church, because in many ways it is still fundamentally a patriarchal institution and in many ways a broken system. And even when we are able to carve out a little space for ourselves and do ministry that we love and show up in all the ways we want to show up, and be badass priests, which is what I help everybody do.
I love that.
Yeah. Even then, we're still caught in this web that is so destructive and so painful continually that the thought of leaving altogether ordained ministry is always maybe in the back of their minds. And that's just, it's really very tragic.
Well, it almost seems like it almost becomes a ministry in itself or a mission in itself to shift things. I don't know, this is just coming to me within the church, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it can feel like a full-time job to be trying to change the church from within. And so I wrote this book really as a love letter of sorts to the clergy woman who feels alone in this ministry of trying to be the change from within inside the structure, and who's feeling frustrated and overwhelmed. And I really want her to know that she's not alone, that she's not crazy, that it's not just her. And to invite her really to join a growing community of us who together are doing this transformation work and really doing the hard work together of first dismantling the patriarchy within ourselves so that we then can change the systems and change the church and make it the community, the transformational power in the world that we believe that it can be.
I love that, dismantling the patriarchy within ourselves so much, because I think it almost feels like it's layers. I imagine this is coming up more and more in the church. And so you'll probably have more and more people who are downloading this book right now and so desperate for this, but also seeing within ourselves that, oh my gosh, I have this in me too. Like the patriarchy is everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's pervasive. It's like the water that we swim in. And really, as women clergy now, it's like the third wave of feminist clergy. In my denomination, the Episcopal Church, we've been ordaining women for 40 years. So we don't face the same overt, well, some of us do. But generally, when we're trying to think, okay, what is it that I'm really struggling with? What does it mean to be, kind of drowning in the patriarchy? It's very layered. It's microaggression upon microaggression. And then also watching some of your sisters just face terrible discrimination and pain at the hands of the communities that they love and that they're trying to serve. So, yeah.
That makes so much sense. Well, I love it that this book is out there and that you can download this book today and for the next couple of days for free. So be sure to do that. So Andrew from New Mexico would like to know, he says, I know I have a book in me, but I'm always tied up at work and at home. How do you make time to get all of that writing done?
Oh boy, Andrew. Well, so it really, okay, I if you know you have a book in you, then listen to that listen to that voice, trust that voice, lean into that voice. It really depends on your writing style. The way that our teacher here, Angela, teaches it, you might be a plotter, so you do like 10 minutes a day, and you just slowly over time get it done. Or you might be a burster, so you schedule maybe a day, lock yourself in your office and try to get as much written as you possibly can. But whatever feels right to you, try to lean into that and write that way. If it doesn't work for you to spend all day writing, then don't make yourself spend all day writing. Try to do it in shorter bursts.
Yeah, do it the way that works best for you. Yeah, wonderful. Let us show your cover of your book. I love the church, I hate the church. The Female Clergy's Guide to Dismantling the Patriarchy. I want to make sure. The Reverend Dr. Sara Shisler Goff. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, so this just in. We have exciting, fun news. All of the authors on today's red carpet just became #1 bestsellers during this here broadcast. Congratulations to all of our authors. Congratulations to you.
So much.
All right, thank you for joining us today to celebrate these authors as they release their books. I hope you've learned some tips from these authors for how you can bust through those barriers, those blocks that come up through the writing and book creation process. Maybe today's new authors have inspired you to stop waiting for those difficulties to just kind of disappear, and instead to take some action. If you're ready to tear down the walls keeping you from writing a book that heals, go to theauthorincubator.com/apply, or just click the button on this page to get started. Make sure you get the books that you've seen today before you go. They're all free for just a few more days, and share them with someone who could use these transformational books in their life too. That is all for today, everyone. Thank you for being a part of our journey at the Author Incubator, where we're changing the world one book at a time.